We broke up 2 months ago, but every single Sunday evening, my phone lights up like a haunted Christmas tree. It's him again. He doesn't say I miss you or offer a romantic reunion. No, he just asks if I ate breakfast. Bro, I am a grown adult. Our phone calls usually last about 3 pathetic minutes. He gives me generic life advice like adults need to eat, do not stay up late, and then poof. He vanishes back to our hometown while I sit in my tiny Hanoi room, sobbing like a dramatic soap opera queen. Honestly, I wish he would just ghost me like a true cold-hearted villain. Blocking me everywhere would be a huge favor. Instead, he drops by every week with that ultra-gentle voice, trapping me in relationship limbo where I am neither his girlfriend nor a total stranger. Help! I am currently a college senior in Hanoi, 60 miles away from our quiet hometown. We met back in high school when life was absurdly simple. We were just 2 kids running around with zero money, big dreams, and a burning desire to skip math class. Back then, our high school romance was as cheap as it gets. Forget expensive red roses or fancy dinners at 5-star restaurants. We only had iced tea street stalls, homework reminders, and his willingness to ride his rusty bicycle down the longest road just to see my face. There was one tiny problem: my parents were hyper-strict control freaks. They legitimately believed I was an innocent, naive marshmallow who would get scammed by any random guy offering a piece of candy. Thus, our love story had to go undercover like a top-secret spy mission. While other couples posted cheesy love selfies online, we operated in private mode. We moved cautiously like 2 secret agents whose intelligence agency had run completely out of funding. No cute photos, no public tags, just pure ninja stealth mode to survive my dad's radar. When we first started dating, his family was doing pretty great financially. He was a smart student with high grades and grand plans for college. But right after high school graduation, real life decided to hit his family with a massive, soul-crushing sledgehammer. His family business completely collapsed overnight, leaving behind a mountain of scary debt. They had to sell their property immediately. To make matters worse, his mother fell gravely ill, and his beloved grandfather passed away. Talk about a brutal streak of bad luck. Just like that, an 18-year-old boy was forced to instant level up into the adult head of the household. While I packed my bags for university in Hanoi, he stayed behind to drive delivery trucks during the day and attend vocational school classes at night. Life is wild. Our daily lives split into 2 entirely different dimensions. I was worrying about group project presentations and midterms. He was out there grinding on long highway routes, stressing over medical bills, house debts, and his younger sister's school tuition fees. Yet, despite the crazy distance, his affection never wavered. Morning, eat breakfast. Noon, are classes finished? Night, are you back in your dorm safely? He checked on me constantly like a loving, hypervigilant bodyguard with infinite texting battery. Sometimes he was so dead exhausted that he passed out right inside his truck cabin. But the second he woke up, he sent a text: "I am home, go sleep early." Those few words felt warmer than a bowl of hot noodle soup on a freezing winter day. People often warn that long-haul drivers travel constantly, meet tons of strangers, and are prone to cheating. But I trusted him 100%. I always knew his location because he voluntarily updated me every single time he took a breathing break. Transparency level, maximum. One time, he video called me with extreme seriousness. "Let me introduce you to my closest coworker," he said gravely. He then flipped the camera to reveal a stray dog sleeping soundly under his truck tire. I nearly exploded from laughing. Whenever he drove to Hanoi to visit, he never demanded private romantic dates. He cheerfully grabbed boba tea with my college squad, labeling the sweet drink as expensive sugar water with a university degree. My friends absolutely adored his hilarious humor. I genuinely believed that as long as 2 people had love, they could slay any dragon together. How naive. I completely forgot that real life is not a fairy tale romance. It comes packed with bills, family expectations, and harsh financial realities. 3 months ago, the inevitable happened. My strict father uncovered our undercover romance. I braced myself for a chaotic explosion. I expected Dad to roast his truck driver job, his lack of a college diploma, or his family's huge debts. Surprisingly, Dad didn't yell or insult him at all. He sat down quietly, looked into my eyes, and dropped a heavy bombshell question. "Daughter, have you ever seriously contemplated what your actual life would look like after marriage?" Dad calmly mapped out the harsh future. I would likely land an office job in Hanoi, while my boyfriend would stay in our hometown driving trucks and managing debts. Our daily routines, social circles, and worries would drift miles apart. "Loving each other in your youth is easy," Dad explained gently. "Building a functional household together for 50 years is entirely different. You have never done heavy manual labor or managed severe debt. You might end up resentful and bitter." Dad wasn't evil, he was just terrified that the brutal weight of reality would crush me, and that I would eventually blame the man I once swore to love. His words hit my heart like a freight train. I had zero counter-arguments. Later, I spilled the whole conversation to my boyfriend over the phone. I naively prayed he would shout, "I will prove your father wrong. We can conquer the world." I wanted him to fight for us like a movie hero. Instead, dead silence filled the line. After what felt like an eternity, he asked in a shaky voice, "Was your father right? Do you truly want to live my heavy, stressful life?" My throat instantly locked up. I wanted to scream yes, but the word got stuck. I loved him dearly, but I had never stayed up at 3 a.m. sweating over unpaid debts. I had never sacrificed my personal college dreams to care for sick relatives. I was scared. My silence was the ultimate answer. A few days later, he gently broke up with me. He said he refused to enter my family feeling like an unwanted burden, walking on eggshells around parents who only accepted him out of pity. "If you still love me, let me walk away while we still completely respect each other," he said softly. I bawled my eyes out, screaming why he wouldn't fight for our relationship. His response shattered my soul into pieces. "I can suffer any hardship alone," he explained. "But I refuse to let you fight your entire family just to drag you into a life you aren't even sure you want." Boom. Pure maturity bomb dropped right there. And that was the breakup. Nobody cheated, nobody lied, and no toxic drama occurred. There was no villain to blame or hate. Just two people who genuinely loved each other standing at a major crossroads without a map. The absolute hardest part? He never stopped caring about me. The 3 daily calls stopped, but that weekly Sunday call remained like clockwork. He remembered my exam schedules, my stomach issues, and my presentation anxiety better than I did. He claimed he now considered me his younger sister. Excuse me? What brother holds his sister's hand for 4 whole years and promises to build a home together? That was the lamest excuse in human history. I kept my mouth shut because I was terrified that if I confronted him, he would stop calling entirely. But on the flip side, as long as he kept calling, my broken heart could never heal or move on. I was trapped. Last Sunday evening, the routine unfolded. "Have you eaten dinner?" he asked softly. I paused. He immediately noticed my heavy breathing. "Are you crying?" he asked. That single question snapped my emotional dam wide open. All the strength I spent building over 2 agonizing months completely collapsed. I lost my mind and shouted into the receiver, "Could you please stop calling me?" Total silence fell over the phone line. "You said we were over, but every week you treat me like your girlfriend." I wept. "You claim you want me to forget you, but you never give me a single chance to feel what life is like without you. It's torture." He apologized in a broken, quiet voice, "I am so sorry. I worry about you so much." I wiped my face and shot back, "I cannot move on and grieve our breakup while simultaneously waiting for your call every Sunday." For the first time since our breakup, the fake masks dropped completely. He finally confessed that he still loved me deeply. Calling me sister was just a pathetic, safe label he invented to mask his overwhelming longing. I confessed that I was still madly in love with him too. But both of us weren't stupid anymore. we acknowledged that running back into each other's arms immediately wouldn't fix any of the real-world obstacles in our way. Our relationship never suffered from a lack of love. It was suffering from a total lack of a realistic adult plan. Love without a practical blueprint is just wishful thinking waiting to get crushed by real-life bills. So, I made a bold proposal: strict radio silence for 3 months. No texts, no calls, no social media stalking. I needed time to graduate, secure a career job, and decide what life I wanted, independent of my parents and him. And he needed those 90 days to determine his own future. Was he staying in our hometown forever? Expanding his delivery business? Or building a bridge toward Hanoi? He needed to decide his path as a man. If we still loved each other after 3 months, we would meet face to face. Not for a mindless emotional makeup, but as two mature adults to negotiate living arrangements, career paths, finances, and family sacrifices. And if our plans simply didn't align? Then we would give each other a final, proper, and respectful goodbye with zero regrets. No more endless weekly breadcrumbs or confusing limbo state. Before hanging up, he said in a firm, grounded voice, 3 months from now, if you call and want to meet, I will come no matter what. I swallowed hard and asked, what if I don't call? He went silent for a second, then replied softly, then I will fully understand that you found a better life for yourself. And just like that, for the first Sunday evening in 2 months, there was no promised call for next week. I still miss him. I still cry sometimes. But for the very first time, I don't feel torn in half between my family and my heart. My parents have a right to worry, but they cannot live my adult life. And he cannot hide behind sacrifice forever. 3 months of total silence will feel like an eternity. But I realized that the only way to find out if someone truly belongs in your future is to stop clinging to them through the comfortable habits of your past. Wish me luck. If we meet again at that cafe in 90 days, it will be a conscious choice made by two capable adults. Not because of a Sunday phone habit, not out of fear of being alone, but because we chose each other with our eyes wide open. The end.